Hey, Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart readings. We're going to do a quick pick here today. Go ahead and choose a number here. We have 3, 4, or 5. And we're going to see what is the energy between you and this person or situation. See you on your timestamp. All right, for those of you who chose number 3, let's go ahead and see potluck style here. Little check-in, quick check-in here. What is the energy between you and this person or situation? All right, we have the 5 of Spades. So there could be differences of opinions going on. You guys might not have the same ideals or plans. Your blueprints might not be overlapping or really matching up in this situation. And there can be energetic differences in how you guys are processing information. This could be something as, maybe clear cut as you have different Mercuries that square each other. Or it could be something that is a bit more nuanced where usually you're on the same page, but for whatever reason, kind of your aura, their aura, your vibe and their vibe are just being a bit contrary at this moment. We have the energy here suggesting to break free. Try different experiences. Actions that are different than what you've been trying is what's going to shake something up. Whether it is like full on removing yourself from a certain dynamic that's happening, or just being like, you know what, we always argue walking home from work or whatever, but today I'm just going to run and go jump in the ocean and then, mix it up and play and just get us out of this repetitive funk or, whatever it is. It could be the opposite. Maybe you guys have a lot of fun, playtime, but you need to be more serious about your particular situation. And so today you're going to come in boss mode to work and really handle this project and get your group together. So whatever it is, break free. Don't feel like you can't change your vibe, your aura, your energy, your mindset on the situation. Try something new. It even says, ventures here, but it's giving me venues. So you might even change the location. If you're somebody, let's say you're trying to date someone, but you always see it as, well, we can only talk at house parties, or we can only talk at the club or at the movies, or when I see them at the gym or whatever it is. Try to change the venue, the arena that you run in, whether that is getting there a few minutes earlier so you talk outside under the trees instead of in the I don't know, the foyer or something at the venue, whatever it is. Little things like that can really open things up for you. And that's 5 energy. 5 is Mercurial Uranian energy, okay? Here we do have ancestral differences as well. It says I celebrate my lineage and honor my ancestors. So there could be some pushback from ancestors that are saying, hey, you're not being true to yourself. Or maybe, there's some history and beef with your ancestors, their ancestors, or people in this situation kind of vibe. That definitely can be true with the 5 of Spades here. Maybe there's somebody, unfortunately, there could be somebody who is bigoted in the situation and isn't really open. In that case, they're saying break free. Don't allow yourself to be caged in and imprisoned because they have issues with people who are from a different nationality or something like that, okay? Cassowary. Let's see, using your power wisely, confronting obstacles head on. Let's see, but it's reversed here to protect your sacred space. So this is saying the way that you're kind of maneuvering, for those of you who this is not a fun situation, it's not a loving situation, and you're kind of having to maybe compete at work or something of that nature, this is saying that you might need to flip when you're retreating, when you're fighting. You might be confronting things head on when it's easier or better advised to just be chill on them, be a bit more stoic. And then in situations where you're retreating, it could be the times that you should be advancing. So it could be 5 of Spades here for sure, can just be when we're off in our timing and we're in our head a lot, but we're not actually getting the results we want. And so that's when we have to see, it can be very Aquarius vibes, but it's like, hey, are we getting the result we want? We might be right about certain things, but is our methodology, all right, our methodology, is that getting us where we need to be? 5 of Wands, exactly. Exactly. Or is it just making us scrap? Okay, so for example, let's say you're someone who's obsessed with the dishes, there not being all these dishes in the house, in the sink, okay, but your roommate is just always going to leave dishes. You might need to find a different way of handling that situation, okay? If you're constantly nagging in a certain way, it doesn't get a result, and you don't feel good, they don't feel good, then there has to be a different way we come about this, or a different way we adjust to that situation. Some of you is like just don't live with a roommate. Break free. But you see what I'm saying here. They're saying there's different nuances. There's different ways that people are motivated, even when they're on the same team, even when we know that we have a competitive or a challenging dynamic and we like that. Maybe we know our partner, we have squares in our astrology, but we want that challenge and we don't want to, kind of shrink away from it. Or we know we're literally on a team. Some of you, this could be about your team at work, or you're on an athletic team, a sports team, something of that nature. You could be in a group musically or something like that. So you're trying to find everyone's vibe. How can people shine without other people being shut down? But sometimes the energy feels ill, okay? Honor thyself is a thing here. So the biggest balance and advice and takeaway from this group is how can you know what you actually want, stick to the point of your goal in this interaction, and be authentic with yourself instead of reactionary in the situation. Okay, so they're saying it seems like we can't get everything. It seems like that, right? But we know that after the Six of Spades comes the after the Five of Spades comes the Six of Spades. After the Five of Wands comes the Six of Wands. So both of those are triumphant cards of peace, celebration, being uplifted, being, recognized by others. So there definitely is a way here to combine these different. I just saw 555. You're getting all these fives, and we just hit 555 in the video. There definitely is a way to combine like all of these difficulties we're having and find a way to have some harmony. Okay, we have Judgment reversed, diplomacy reversed here, Star reversed. We just have to be open to true healing, and if it's not capable because of the intrinsic bigotries of the person in the situation, we just gotta like dip out and go to something else. 5, I knew you'd get another 5 because we just had 3 of them pop up. 555, and there's your 5 of Pentacles. After 5 of Pentacles is 6 of Pentacles, but it's about finding someone who will actually invest with reciprocity. Can't nothing make your life work if you ain't the architect, okay? And this is coming here, Terry McMillan. Waiting to exhale. Some of y'all are done. You're so done. You could be done with a friend or, a different group of people here. And there is the flame that you're ready, the bomb you're ready to throw, okay? Daring rebirth with Ishtar here. All right. Some of you, this could really be affecting your money. We have family dynamics, but it's saying step out of fear, say what you really want. You are, see, I kept feeling the 6 is coming after these 5s of difficulty. 6 of Wands energy here, recognition. So if you can recognize your worth and honor yourself, okay, honor yourself in a real way. This card always comes through. I always got this card after Nipsey. After Nipsey passed, rest in power and peace, do your thing. So this card is very important to me for sure. And so we don't want this reversed. We want you to find your authentic self. We want you to be that game changer for yourself. We don't want you to be in fear. We don't want you operating with your fears or other people's fears in order to get approval. But this says people will catch up. So if you're worried, well, I can't do all this because no one will get it, people don't appreciate me, it's saying when you respect yourself, when you break free of what isn't serving you, as readers love to say, and you make those changes for yourself and you focus on your goal and how do I get my results versus how do I just try to change this person or a situation and like beat my head against the wall. When you recognize those dynamics, it's like, okay, they're this team, I'm trying to go against them. They keep blocking up the paint. So what do? Maybe if I go outside, and I hit it from the 3, I can start, I can change the dynamic of the game, which changes the energy of the venue, which changes, you see, and you start coming at things from a different angle and you still win just in a different way than you originally perceived that you could. And instead of being, downtrodden by that initial what seemed like a blockage, rejection, whatever, that hard crunch that you were hitting, instead you're able to find the open shot. Okay, and I saw 824 too as I was saying that. So that's what I'm seeing for this group. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. Hey, group 4. It's so funny because for this group, I just suddenly was wanting to say like, hey, boo-boo bears, or something like that. And then I looked down, and your first card from the potluck is a bear. Hi, my little honey bears, my grumpy grizzly bears in this group, okay? If you don't like nicknames, just disregard, okay? Some people are like, don't give me a nickname. Some people are like, yes, more please. So my little cuddle bears, okay, in this group. My fierce Fierce bears, okay? So this is, y'all got bear energy. Bear energy is phenomenal. And actually, I know I've recorded and uploaded a ton of videos lately. And one of them, they had a bear card. They had bear twice in their cards. So if you guys remember and you picked that one, hey, you must really have some strong bear energy, because here it is again. But yeah, I feel like for you guys, there's a sense of really wanting to retreat within yourself, but to show others your strength and who you are and radiate this strong, dynamic energy without having to be so loud. It's kind of like when an introvert is like, I'm ready to extrovert my energy, right? What is it? Ambivert? Ambivert it. I feel like with bears, they can show out, but really they don't, compared to what they could do, right? And I feel like for you guys, you have so much talent, you have so much sense of self that's very much there. Now, some of you could be starting to grow into this phase, and that could really be helping. I see this as a big help. Whatever relationship or situation you're thinking about, I feel like this is a big helper. It's going in your favor. So if you're like, yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm not used to it, but maybe I'm, kind of retreating, and I'm like finding myself, and it's kind of weird, but I feel more grounded and stuff. I think you're doing exactly the right thing. If you are somebody who is used to that, and you're like, yeah, that's what I do. That's who I am. I'm, super introverted. I know my talents and my strengths, who I am. I have that presence. I know when to be fierce, when to be a nurturer. This is saying that you're going to be having the confidence to come outside of the bear cave and show that to others. And we have here the 8 of Wands. Your key being, now that I know this internal strength of myself, I can now open up and show others. I have the keys of when I want to use it and when I don't. And I don't have to be afraid of others not getting it. These two keys are even coming together here. So it's almost like two keys to one door. So you guys are going to be recognizing, I just saw 1111. As we're looking at double keys here, you guys are going to be recognizing as well how there's multiple ways to get you to open up. So for example, let's say that you're a writer. Okay, let's say, I'm going to do a lot of different examples because this is general. It's not just romantic. It could be about work. It could be about your skills and talents, your soul path, whatever you wanted to come to this reading to discover. But let's say that you're a writer, and this would be good. This is Mercury in Sagittarius. So this would be your communication and your writing, opening up, your mind's expanding, your language, all of that's opening up. So this would be like, instead of just having one way that you can get yourself to write, you suddenly unblock other barriers that you had within yourself, and now you realize you have a lot of stimuli that can inspire you to write. So you're like, wow, what? I didn't know that I could use music to get me in the mood to write, or when I exercise, that actually gets me in the mood to write, and this relationship with this person helps my writing flow. So that's the kind of energy for this group. It's saying that you guys are really ready to diversify the ways that you can get yourself to openness. We have the Fool here. And so it can be a little bit of a shocker, because again, this group just seems to have a big thing about extroverts being shocked that they can be introverts, and introverts being shocked that they can extrovert their energy, but that being the key for you, the many keys that opens up just how multifaceted you are. And you being multifaceted is what helps you excel in this career path or in this relationship, whatever it is. For some of you, it's going to give you a second chance, okay? There's definitely the energy of a very quick, slightly awkward but really awesome second chance coming in for this group. And that could be a really good end game. I think that the self-discovery and the strength that you've developed personally, and this kind of nurturing but still fierce side that you've been able to tap into, is something that's really allowing you guys to change what the outcome was to a situation. All right, like a major game changer. Yes, because even here we have the changing of thoughts, the changing of communication, the changing of what we thought we wanted. So you could go back to a relationship, but you want the person for different reasons now. Like, you get it. You're like, before, my wants were stupid. Like, I fell in lust at first sight, but I thought it was love. But now I see you again, and I have a different connection. I understand you in a different way. The chemistry is different, right? Different drinks can be bubbly, but they might be having different components that incite the bubbles. So you guys are going to be getting bubbly about different things for different reasons, or the same thing for different reasons, and it's going to be really exciting. And here is probably why I just did a drink metaphor. Here's the 3 of Cups, okay? So we definitely can have good celebrations, excitement. If you guys have been doing your spiritual alchemy, your emotional alchemy, this could be really good for, in the super emotion series we did, I have the video that is transmuting anxiety into excitement kind of vibe. I think I did that one already. I might need to still do that one. Anyways, check out those videos. But that's what this is. We're taking what felt like anxiety, right? And not knowing our different sides of ourselves. And now we're able to socialize. We're able to present who we are to others. We're able to help others figure out multiple ways that they can come to us, okay? So if you've been doing love working or social networking kind of working, you're trying to spiritually help yourself, like be open and open your roadways to your relationships with others, this looks really, really good because we are taking away false expectations. We're ready to dive in a bit recklessly, but we're still so solid and protected in who we are. And then we are having this beautiful result here and celebrating ourselves and others, and we're able to say, oh, okay, so you're that personality type or you're that zodiac sign, that's the way you think. Well, this is the way that you can connect with me, right? So for example, let's say that you're a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and the other person's a fire sign or mercurial type, because we have Mercury and fire here. So Leo, Aries, Sag, or Virgo, Gemini. And you recognize, oh, okay, so you're not just going to sit here and cry and emotionally bond with me. Well, you know what? I love to go out and learn new things like adventure sports. So you could take me out to do that and we can bond that way. And then it's like, oh, wow, so we don't have to reject each other. We actually have a way to bond. Let's try it again. So you guys knowing these things about yourself, it hasn't been time wasted. If some of you are saying, well, I'm older, I'm at the age of, I thought I'd be a parent by now, or maybe I am, or I just feel like I'm living older than I should, or something like that. There could be something with age here and like, I should have done this already. Maybe you feel like, oh, the new year, we're already getting out of winter, right? We're almost into spring and I haven't had my fresh new start that I said I would have or whatever, or college is almost over. I'm a sophomore, I'm a junior, whatever. And I need to get things done before senior year. So whatever it is in that regard, this is saying you still have time, and actually it wasn't lost time at all, because there's going to be time that you save by averting disaster because you're learning at a very quick pace actually. So if you feel like it's taken you years, maybe it has, but for your soul, you're actually doing really good in like correcting things and getting a lot of social wisdom, I would say, some emotional intelligence, and really just figuring yourself out more. Yeah, so we have contemplation time reverse. So for most of you, you're going to be coming out of alone time and being ready to celebrate. You guys could be wanting to get into dancing, things like that. Yeah, preventing yourself from being victimized any longer and just really realizing that you're strong enough to socialize with others. We have the star here with the swan. Okay, you can come out, let yourself feel, just beautiful interacting with others without feeling overwhelmed or drained. Oh my gosh, you got the star twice. This is why I like to do the potluck mixes. Wow. So you're a star and they're a star. All right. Very special people. Yes, you are. That's Baby Magic's. One of her songs says that. So dream big. Okay. Work hard. Wow, beautiful with the Four of Wands. So you guys can absolutely be at your complete pinnacle of personal success, healed aura, thriving self, social people who still have respect to your own personal space, because we do see in the star the person does go and care for themselves as well, and it is an Aquarius card. So personal self taken care of as well as external social dynamics. And then we have the Four of Wands here too. Again, very powerful in your spiritual working. We have the dragon here showing personal power. Just beautiful energy. Come at me, life. Come at me, life. I'm passionate. I can defend and protect myself if I need to, but I'm open. Where's the party at? Four of Wands, right? My altar is set. I'm confident in my spirituality. I'm confident in my social networking. I'm confident in beautifying my home. This could say you guys will really ascend spiritually, and also you guys have the ability, you might already have some kind of fame or recognition to you, but you have the ability to connect to your spiritual talents and just who you are so much, and your aura just increase to its optimal so much that you become recognized. And this shows that you also have harmonious connections with others who are very highly recognized. Okay, so this is saying don't become like greedy, like jealous or slothful or overly ambitious kind of person, like any of that kind of capitalistic trap or anything, you really don't need to, okay, at all. Because they're saying that would be telling yourself that there's lack that you don't deserve and that you can't have. That's not your soul path. You're meant to really, really thrive, to know who you are, and to be very, very, very fulfilled, very emotionally fulfilled, very spiritually fulfilled, very successful this lifetime, okay? And you will reach your relationship and your real world success by continuing to know yourself more and work more on experiences and having positive relationship dynamics, okay? Yeah, we have official. So those of you who are worried, will I get married? Will I not? Yes, and it's not going to be as late of a date as you think it is currently if you open yourself up and continue to learn and adjust, and then go out and experience again. And then we have public affection here. So again, you guys could be connecting with somebody who will be known, and it looks like you guys would also be known in some capacity, okay? So that's what I have. Very highly successful, and I love that your relationship starts so deeply internally with yourself, and then this like cosmic energy here, and then beautiful like eruptions, like applause and fireworks from the collective happens as everybody starts supporting you and just doing you and loving you and seeing, you know, your loving relationships develop. So that's what I'm seeing. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. All right, for those of you who chose number 5, we had another group, group 3, that had 5s all throughout their reading. So if that resonates with you, go ahead and check that out. Let's go ahead and see what is up in your reading. This is a general read just to check in on the energies between you, the situation, the person, the place, the thing, whatever it is, okay? And see what insight we have from the cards here. Spiritual world. Okay, for this group, let's see. Wildlife. I refuse to keep small. I cannot tolerate the boxes. The animal in me paces. That definitely feels like 5 energy for sure. So we got the Black Panther here, and we have all of this chemical reaction going on with these. It's like an aerial of like salt. So y'all could be feeling a little salty, you could be feeling ferocious, very magical though, and feeling like you are the alchemical factor that needs to change things in your life. There could be frustration. If you internalize this energy, you could experience things, knock on wood, like high blood pressure, fevers, acne breakouts, rashes, anger. You could see your body being off cycle with itself. You could have an acidic pH and just a hot temper, grinding of teeth, things of that nature. This is intense, like animalistic, physical, big physicality to this energy. However, if you let it out, okay, you see pacing, nervous energy here a little bit. If you let it out, you will see yourself to be a powerhouse. You'll see your stamina increase. You will see your appetite increase in a healthy way. You will see your body be in shape with less effort. Although you will kind of crave having a bit of that tension and pushback. You guys need challenges, and you need them in a physical way as well as a spiritual way at this time, okay? Page of Pentacles. So some of you are learning that. You might be like, look, I don't know about working out. I'm not sure about all this, but it's something that you really crave. We have a Knight of Wands. Yeah, Knight of Wands energy is very much like it. This person's packing up the back of their truck. They're like, let's go out of here. There's a crossroads up here. Let's go see what there is to discover and do, because whether I need to learn new things or not, it's time to go. We even have this energy of a Queen of Wands. You guys could have a lot of people around you who are specifically meant to be in your life to push you to go. So Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, you could definitely have fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sag. We also have a young earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So you might have that earth sign that sits there and critiques you on the daily about certain things because you're meant to go and achieve more. We also have this fire energy here, really challenging you to own yourself, know your passions, know your sensuality, know your firepower, know what's cooking in your own kitchen and what you're brewing. Go out and adventure, travel, let's go. You guys could have a wanderlust or that kind of restless energy about you. Could even have like a restless leg syndrome kind of vibe. All right, and this is agreeing. Out here again, we have a path just like here, and we're crossing some water. So you guys could have some emotional blockages, especially if you have water in your chart in a dominant way, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could have the intense need to get over it, whatever it's been in the past that is blocking you from being fulfilled. And it's not about anyone who hurt you being right or anything like that. It's about you validating that you don't have to have a stinky outcome because maybe others projected that onto you, or you or yourself or someone else disappointed you or made a mistake or whatever. This is about you saying, you know what, I need to live 100% in the present. Earth fire dynamics here. I need to be in the present, getting my results. I need to be like this Black Panther who is hungry and on the prowl. Like, I need to allow myself to facilitate like making my own needs be met, and also being responsible for the adventurousness of my life, for meeting the paths that are possible in my life, for discovering paths or creating new paths so that I can have more pleasure. And as I look over, you have a card of Oshun. Oshun is the Orisha of pleasure. We see gold dripping here in the waterfalls. We see peacock feathers, just glorious energy, fun and beauty and love and sensuality and abundance. These are things that just exude out of Oshun. We have fearless love. What does it look like when you fearlessly love yourself? When you don't feel like you have to be overly fakely humble or masochistic and self-punishing or even narcissistic when we're being too introspective, right? And we need to get over ourselves. Like, okay, all right, we almost died of embarrassment 3 million times. Now let's get over ourselves, unless we're going to be confident and into ourselves in a real way. Okay, get over yourself and get into yourself. Okay, y'all need to find a way and realize, like, you are your type. Forget that little meme that everyone likes to pass through. You are your type. Okay, you need to take care of yourself well, and you need to write it out because you get to be you. And that's the energy that comes through right here. You need to get your Eartha Kitt energy on. You need to get your Muhammad Ali energy on. You need to not, and what you need to do when you get your confidence, don't backlash your confidence by then turning around and being like, right, guys, is someone gonna come and validate me? I'm having confidence over here. Anyone see that? I said I'm sexy and I know it, so y'all know it too, right? Don't do that. Don't psych yourself out. Here, we're only looking forward. We're not asking permission. The fire is burning. We're not asking the wood permission, right? We're just burning. That's the energy here in your guys' reading, okay? And look what happens. We have soulmate relationships coming through. We have you being so cute. We have you being stable in finances and in your security and your resources. Hummingbird, again, unique, distinctive, and hummingbird energy is romantic, love, social energy, beauty. I just have to pull a shoe out again. All right. Affection. Tactile energy. Your life will be much more tactile. So baby's in the background yelling hug attack, which is from one of her shows. But maybe some of you haven't had a hug. You haven't had a reassurance and things of that nature, but trying to kind of pout our way into it or wait for somebody to have some big spiritual or emotional revelation and then they come all the way down the path to find us, to give us a hug. Look, sometimes that's not going to happen. What you need to do is treat yourself well, look good, feel good, move forward on your path of life. And before you know it, you'll be having all the hugs and high fives and, love taps or whatever it is that you need, okay? 3 of Pentacles reversed. Some of you were really lost in the game of social dynamics. Like, let's just admit it. You ate dirt, okay? You really did. It looks like a crappy game because it looks like the kind of people that flip the chessboard when they're not winning anyways. Like, who wants to deal with anybody who's a 3 of Pentacles reverse person? You. So if that was past you, okay, we can say it and we can move on and be awesome, real you right now, authentic you, deprogrammed you right now, stunning, spectacular, amazing. You got to let that go, make apologies and amends where you can, and move forward. If it was externally the other party or parties that were doing it, we can't continue to let them build your life. And anytime you are not moving forward because of what these people did, ex-bosses, parents, whoever it is, you are letting them build your life. They're sculpting you right this moment. Every second we're sitting in the house, we're hurting. It's not to invalidate us being in pain or hurt or to say we're excusing what they did, right? Because sometimes when we've gone through something, we've survived something, we can feel like if we're not thinking about it, if we're not remembering, then no one will remember and they're excused of what they did. That's not what it means. However, if we continue to let them have our present moment, they've won far more than they did in the past. We've given them a bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger victory, right? Like, if I always take it to sports, if we lose in the championship, right, in overtime in the finals, the last thing you want to do is just sit out the next few seasons and just let your rival continue to win. Like, you're just giving it to them, right? Well, that's a lot of what happens with sensitive folks, especially when it comes to career failures, family dynamics that are failures, any type of failure, friendships, spiritual groups, things like that. So this is saying, hey, recognize the games you don't want to play, recognize if you need to clear the chessboard, get rid of the chessboard, whatever it is, and don't let these people continue to build you. You're trying to be over here like a love goddess, okay, powerful, amazing, beautiful, spectacular, joyous, abundant, and it makes no sense to allow, in the long term, compared to the power of your spirit and the way your life wants to flourish, these will be trivial matters, and you need to allow these past things to be trivial matters so that you can go and have a flourishing life moving forward. Okay. Some of you watched all the piles, because we also have 8 of Wands. That 5 pile, y'all really got to check that out. Group 1. Okay, Ravens. Yeah, so some of you are like, but this negative thing's coming up, and I'm dealing with attitude and anger. I really resonate that you guys get a lot of envy, jealousy, thievery, hating. Look, we got Snakes reversed, 3 of Pentacles reversed. We got 7 of Swords, darkness looming on the horizon. We even have, oh my gosh, we even have false Oshuns. Do you guys see this? This person looks like they should be like Oshun, a golden mermaid, but they're reversed, and they're not built correctly, right? That's true. If everyone appropriates African spiritualities, do they not? Do they not? Okay, so speaking of which, here we go. Our Lady who prevents interference. So it's saying you cannot allow these people to interfere with you. All right, because they will. That's their job. I mean, that's what a hater does, right? That's what a thief does. That's what a jealous person, an envious person who is identified by that's what they do. They're going to keep shooting. Of course they are, right? So again, let's go back to the championship game. Who is in the crowd along with your fans? What are the things that players are hearing, right? But when we're watching it, do you give them an excuse? Do you say, oh, that person in aisle, 3C just yelled a mean thing at them, so of course it makes sense they're going to quit up on their life goals and not win this championship right now? No, you don't. You expect them to, grow into the fact that this is how certain people behave, and you still need to get your dream, because we don't want you not to have your dream, because and all that work you've done, right? All that work you've poured into your dreams and talents because of a heckler in the 3rd row. Now, of course, we do want to beef up our security. We do want to talk about players' rights, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. However, we can't let that deter us from you getting your life. So that's how you guys have to think about things a little bit more. Whatever analogy works for you, okay? Think of it that way. Here you are on stage, and people want to come and be negative snakes and take away your energy, your kundalini power, your attractive forces, your blessings, your abundance. They want to pretend that they're the ones who have it. They can even get in the public eye a little bit, get some influence or whatever, seem to have money, but it's empty. We see the money's empty with the 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles reversed. We see that their job isn't what they thought it would be. They don't feel as healthy as they're pretending that they feel. It's very empty. People are having very empty victories, okay? You see that quite often. People seem like they have a lot of money, and behind the scenes they're broke, whatever, but then they're out here trying to throw all these, fireballs at everyone else. So this is saying, be strong, be protected, continue to learn, continue to invest in yourself, and don't let any of this, although it's validly here that others move that way, don't let it get to you. I want to pull a few more oracles. Oh, this is our last pile? Okay. Yeah, I'll pull a few cards here from the Love Kiss. Any further advice? Very simple. It's like, be natural, tell the truth, okay? And break up from situations that you need to leave. Don't feel like, oh, well, let me just stick around and see what they say about me, or I don't want to leave this group because what if I don't get in another group like this? Leave the scene. Erupt with it. Don't be where you're not welcome, where you're not treated well and respected. And, dodge the bullets as you leave, and let that situation alone, because you're really meant to have a high confidence, success rate, and a lot of blessings. I feel like you have blessings in the spiritual world from especially from whoever would be kind of like your love deities, your fortune deities and stuff. So they want to see you happy. They don't like to be around energy that's very drowned out and negative for extended periods of time if that energy doesn't want to heal and be better. So be truthful, be who you are, break up from negative dynamics that, don't work, and realize that you are natural. And I think a big takeaway too for this group is you need to remind yourself it is natural for people to love you. What happens when you have a lot of people who are shady and harmful around? They want to convince you. If they can convince you that you're not actually lovable, whoa, right? Then they have life hacked your entire system. And there's nothing else they need to do, right? So some of you, this could be from even like politically, governmentally, you could have survived wars, different things like that. So if they can get in your head, but this is saying, remember your true nature, okay? That's what I'm seeing. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye.